Guitarist Jeff Beck had a wide-ranging Grammy-winning music career. Over the last few years of his life, he built a friendship and a musical partnership with a surprising collaborator, actor Johnny Depp. Here's how it grew. Over the course of his 6-decade music career, Beck had lots of collaborators, including the Yardbirds and 2 different incarnations of his own band, the Jeff Beck Group. But most recently, most of Beck's musical output was with Depp. Biography notes that Depp moved to Los Angeles in the early 1980s with his band to pursue a career in music, but the gigs didn't pay enough for a decent living, so he pursued acting. Depp's first big movie role was in 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street. His band broke up in 1985, so he concentrated on his acting career thereafter, becoming a major movie star. Depp has continued to perform music over the years, though, and in 2020, he teamed with Jeff Beck for the single Isolation, which is a cover of a 1970 John Lennon song. Rolling Stone reported that Beck and Depp had been collaborating for a few years before the single was released. Beck noted that Depp found it fitting to release the song while people around the world were isolating due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Daily Mail reported in 2021 that Depp had been spending time with Beck in his studio in Sussex, England. Working on music was a way for Depp to step away from the spotlight amid the controversy surrounding his divorce from Amber Heard and her abuse allegations against him. In April 2022, Depp's defamation trial against Heard began. Depp sued his ex-wife for $50 million over statements she made in a Washington Post op-ed, and she countersued for $100 million, claiming that Depp's attorney had made defamatory statements about her. After 6 weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury found both Depp and Heard liable for defamation, but Depp was awarded more than $10 million in damages, compared to just $2 million for Heard. While Depp was waiting for the verdict, Metro reported that the actor made a surprise appearance at several Jeff Beck concerts in England, where they performed Isolation and other cover songs. Beck introduced his friend by saying that Depp simply knocked on his dressing room door years earlier.
He was just like a brother. Straight away we laughed and didn't stop laughing for the last 6 years.
Depp and Beck released a full-length album together in 2022 titled 18. Some tracks on the record, like their cover of John Lennon's Isolation, are sparse, organic, bluesy affairs. Others, like The Death and Resurrection Show, are more like industrial Europop. It's an eclectic album that portrays both men's respective ranges of influences. Beck told Diario AS they planned on calling the album Kitchen Sink because of its range of styles. But Beck and Depp settled on the title 18 because, as Beck said, it really ignited our youthful spirit and creativity. We would joke about how we felt 18 again.
It was a very unexpected record, I think.
Beck told Blabbermouth of Depp, "I haven't had another creative partner like him for ages. I just hope people will take him seriously as a musician because it's a hard thing for some people to accept that Johnny Depp can sing rock and roll." Depp likewise said of Beck around the time of the release of the single This Is a Song for Miss Hedy Lamarr, "It's an extraordinary honor to play and write music with Jeff, one of the true greats, and someone I am now privileged enough to call my brother." The two toured in Europe during the summer of 2022 before heading back to the US in the fall. Loudwire notes at the time the two spent touring only strengthened their bond. Depp and Beck grew so close, in fact, that Depp was even by Beck's bedside at the moment the guitarist died. People reports that Depp was devastated by Beck's death on January 10, 2023. Beck reportedly died of bacterial meningitis, an infection of the membranes around the spinal cord and brain. The guitarist is said to have only contracted the disease a short time ago and deteriorated quickly. Other musicians who have paid tribute to Beck include former bandmate Rod Stewart, Black Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi, and former Yardbirds bandmate and Led Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page.